Hello and welcome. My name is Sissy and I'm Timothy's widow. My mission is to provide a supportive and uplifting community. By sharing my personal story, grief experience, tips and advice, I'd like to help you overcome grief and find meaning and purpose in your life. Today's video is Monday Motivation, something to help started. And forgive me, I did not script this one. I just put some bullet point notes things down and we're just rolling with it. So it's not polished or edited or anything. So please forgive me for that. Depending on your time zone, some of you may get to see this late Sunday. Others of you may not get to see it until Monday. Any of you who are mothers out there, I just wanted to say that I hope you had a wonderful, happy Mother's Day. So how was last week for you? Let me know in the comments. What did you struggle with? What things did you really rock? What are you looking forward to this week? Is there anything that you're not looking forward to this week? Please feel free to share that in the comments. I know for many of us widows, we're kind of doing it mostly alone by ourselves. I know I don't have any children, and I know there are other widows out there that don't. So our contact with the outside world's kind of maybe limited to people from work and that sort of thing. So it's always helpful to see other people's comments. Gives us a little bit of hope and inspiration. So yeah, please go ahead and comment. I struggled this weekend. I made it through the work week okay. I struggled through the weekend. I think I've got a little bit of what you would call work exhaustion, and my allergies were really kicking up. So yeah, I struggled. Which brings us back to the Monday motivation point. And this week I want us to be motivated about self-care. Grief really takes a toll on us emotionally and physically. And I know for many of us, we really feel it. And the worse that we feel it, I think the harder it is to actually deal with the grief. If any of you have found that for the time periods when you're feeling more like yourself emotionally and physically, finding it easier to deal with on those days versus the ones where you're really struggling. I know at this point I do, I'm like a year and a half into it. So, better than I was, but still, I still struggle with a lot, and I don't know. I just don't know. I still struggle, y'all. I'm just going to admit that. Just maybe not as bad as I did originally. But anyhow, yeah, so emotionally and physically, I just want to say let's try to stay motivated to practice self-care for ourselves and self-love. Physically, do what you can to get good sleep, try to eat well. If you can exercise, that's wonderful. Even if it's just a short little walk, that's great. Anything that you can get in really does help. It really does. Emotionally, whatever you can do to try to keep yourself staying more level and positive, that always helps. You can pick things like meditating or listening to music or reading a book or whatever you enjoy. I don't really meditate in the truest of the word, at least not anymore. I tend to like to listen to music. I'll sit for maybe 10 or 15 minutes and listen to smooth jazz. I usually turn on the Amazon the Amazon Prime Music or whatever it is, and I will just listen to like I said 10 or 15 minutes. And I like the music that doesn't have the lyrics, so that suits me. That suits my personality. You listen to whatever type of music resonates with you. You know yourself better than anybody else, so whatever seems to work for you is what you should go with. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. Just short, nothing fancy. Just remember to be kind to yourself. Remember that you are not alone. Remember that you are loved. Even if nobody else tells you that you are loved, I'm going to tell you I love you. Because as widows, I think that brings us all together as sisters. It doesn't matter your background or nothing matters. We're just sisters in this, so we need to share the love amongst one another. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for today. So I'm just going to go ahead and close it out because you're probably really tired of listening to a video that isn't scripted, and I apologize, but I just really felt called to do this one tonight. I just knew that I had to do it. I can't explain it. It's just I was called to do it. So I'm going to close it out now. I'm wishing you light, love, and hope, and I'll see you in the next one, my friend.